Hello, and welcome to today's daily run. It looks like we're starting at the meadow today, which is always nice, Sunny, chill walks on the meadow. Too sunny, actually. But yeah, how are you guys doing? We're starting off with Reboot, which is amazing. Like, if they give us pretty much a guaranteed Cinderace, you should take it to the end. They also gave us a Quilladin to start with, which is interesting because I don't really get to use that one very often. I don't think I've used it on Pokemon Rogue at all, actually. So yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I am trying to catch this Floette right here, but I don't know. It doesn't seem to really like my personality or my face, and it doesn't want to stay in the ball. So I did waste a couple more balls that I'd like to, but it will be fine. I will just be finishing off everything in the metal with Reboot if I can, just because the other one they gave us is Stuffle, which is, Beware is a pretty good mon, but Stuffle not that great. And I don't really like the move pool for the mon, but I like the mon itself. So anyway, we are at the first trainer of the run, which is pretty easy, to be honest. I just go ahead and pretty much finish it off with Reboot. I think it's nice because it has a couple of evolved mons, like fully evolved. I mean, like Sigilyph, it's a final form. I mean, I know it doesn't evolve, but anyway, they give a lot of experience. It's what I was going to say, but yeah, which is nice. Right here, I don't really have anything decent on Stuffle to use it like as a fighting type, so I just switch around. I let Reboot die just to get a clean switch into Quilladin. I end up catching this just in case I need something that he's kind of hard and he's kind of bulky, but I just got that with Beware, so yeah. Also learning Bind, like, no thank you. The move pool for this Floette, like the moveset it came with, it's terrible. Like, it has Vine Whip and Razor Leaf, but I'll be getting rid of that soon. Also, I got lucky enough to roll for the TM for Sludge Bomb, so I went ahead and thought that to Quilladin just to have a little bit more type coverage, and that way I can deal with other grass types better, just as I'm doing here with Floragato. Also, I highly recommend you picking up this Mon because, it's amazing, it's fast. I didn't because I already had the grass type, but knowing that the final boss is MELOETTA and a dark type is really handy against MELOETTA, you should definitely consider Meowscarada as your dark type for the run. I didn't end up using a dark type, so I don't really recommend you build the exact same team I did, like swap around for Quilladin, I don't know, put Floragato in place of it or something like that, because fighting types won't be... I mean, I did win because of Chestnut, but it's better to have a dark type, trust me. It was absolute hell to get through MELOETTA with my team, with my final team, but hey, it happens sometimes, That's the fun of the run. You never know what you're gonna face at the final boss and what your team gonna look like, so that's nice. Also, it really felt satisfying to Sludge Bomb that Shiinotic. Like, it felt so good. Anyway, we have a Hatenna, which is also a pretty interesting mon. I actually ended up using in a run I did on my own. Like, deals pretty good damage, man. It's also really, really surprisingly bulky. It's really slow though, but yeah. Carbink, it's a cool mon as well. I usually use on some runs when I get a chance, but not this one. I rather have the Fairy type on Gardevoir, so pretty much don't think I'll be catching anything around here. Oh, and it's always awesome to see Aureno as a wild mon because it wields a lot of experience. Like, I remember back in the days of Black and White, I just kept running around for the shaky grass to level up my monsters, murdering like the entire species of Aurenos. Never caught a shiny, by the way, of that mon, which is weird. But anyway, here's Gardevoir. Our team is looking pretty nice. Quilladin also evolved. We have Chestnut, we have Gardevoir, so we're looking pretty decent. Not exactly right here, because of Flamigo, but hey, we'll switch around. And yeah, I think the only one left to evolve right now might be Reboot, if I'm not mistaken, which will be, amazing. And I also have Floette, but I will be getting rid of it because I don't need Florges if I have, Gardevoir. Even though Florges is an amazing mon to have, like really bulky, really good utility mon, and it has heart, but if you didn't catch the Curlia on floor 10, you can go ahead and try to use some fairy type around here for your team. You know, always nice. And Reboot is evolving. We finally get Cinderace, which is amazing because of Pyro Ball, you know. Like, I honestly recommend you keeping this mon just because of Pyro Ball and how fast and strong it is. You're just gonna be able to get through a lot of mons really quickly with that. Just mind the PP and you'll be fine. Right here, I take the opportunity to look for the moves of my mons with the Mushroom. I end up taking Mystical Fire on Gardevoir, which is pretty interesting because I was only able to win the final boss of the run with my team because of that and Chestnut. So yeah, you sometimes have to rely on really specific things that you have no idea. Like that's why I always say, like, if you don't know who the final boss is, just go ahead and build like the best, most diverse teams you can, because chances are you're gonna be able to hit it with something. Just don't build like a team with one specific glaring weakness, because I lost count of like how many times I lost on the final floor because I had like built a team that was like 6 months weak to ground type, and I didn't realize before going into the final boss, and the boss was like something like Groudon. So yeah, it can happen. Anyway, here's the first gym leader of the run is Valerie, which it wasn't that much trouble at all, just because of Cinderace. Like, I'm telling you, take this bunny with you. It's gonna end up paying off. It's really fast, really strong. Highly recommend it. And yeah, on to floor 21 we go, which is going to be the Ice Cave. So you already know I'm gonna catch this Piloswine because I'm a sucker for Mamoswine, and I always think like ground type is really essential, because if you have a pure electric type as a boss, like Zeraora or something weird like that, or even like Zekrom or something, I don't know, it's pretty difficult to get through without a ground type. And honestly, it hits a couple of other bosses too, and is, you know, it's cool mon. Like, I finally switched my items around a bit. I lost count of how many times I started the run, I checked the items, I'm like, oh, I have to switch around the items, but hey, that's ADHD for you, so happens. Right here, I'm trying to roll for some better items. Like, I don't really need the experience share right now. My team is pretty high level compared to the other ones. I mean, except for Piloswine, which I just caught. But anyway, we have a couple of ice types here. It's nice that Gardevoir now has Dazzling Gleam, hits both, and we have fast and strong fire types, and we also have Mystical Fire on Gardevoir. So pretty easy, like, stroll through the ice cave, I'd say. Honestly, sometimes this biome gives me so much trouble, but it's nice that not to have to deal with that for once in my life. And yeah, bring yourself a fire type if you're going through the ice cave route. I mean, you start with Cinderace, but I mean, keep it. It's amazing. Like, this trainer battle is really a joke if you have any sort of fire offensive moves or offensive mons or whatever. Like, pretty much this whole biome you can get through with some sort of fire move. So yeah, I take the opportunity to heal Piloswine, and still haven't found the mushroom to evolve the thing. I have to keep that in mind, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll grab the mushroom when it comes up, and I completely forget that I have a mon that needs the mushroom to evolve. So yeah, not gonna learn Pain Split. I already have Rest. I don't end up using it anyway, so yeah, Avalugg is bulky, man. Like, it's a nice mon to have if you end up fighting a physical final boss on floor 50, but as we all know, that's not happening on this run, so yeah, bye-bye. I am going to grab the Super Potion to heal up a bit of HP, and I proceed to kick everything with a Fiery Ball, so yay! And Gardevoir finally learns Moonblast. I mean, it's considerably higher PP, so I switch Dazzling Gleam for it and proceed to kick balls on everything. So now we have the second gym leader of the run. If I remember correctly, yeah, it's Grusha. So she's not hard at all. As I said, this whole biome is kind of a joke if you have decent, strongly offensive fire moves and mons. So yeah, man, just kick some lava pebbles at everything and things should be fine. Actually, no, because I think I ended up running out of PP, or I have only one PP or something like that. I proceed to, anyway, kill them with some other stuff that I have. Like, honestly, Flame Charge is doing a bunch of damage, and that's kind of weird, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. And we're going to the snowy forest now. So, more trees, more bugs. And as I said, you're gonna have a pretty easy time. Like, honestly, if you kept both of the mons that are on screen right now, which you start with Reboot and Stoffel, you should be pretty set for this one. Like, it's honestly really easy, so nothing really to write home about. But yeah, this run in general was pretty chill. Like, no pun intended, as we are at a chilly place. But yeah, right here I pass on Body Slam reluctantly because I love Body Slam, but the moveset is pretty set. Well, that was a weird choice, poor choice of words, but my moveset is pretty ready, I'd say, for the final run on Chestnut, final boss. But anyway, grab the mushroom, evolve Piloswine into Mamoswine, pass on double hit because it sucks and no one ever wants it. So yeah, now I can use the mushrooms to actually build the moveset a little bit, because other than Earthquake, man, the moveset is rough. Yeah, we have a couple of options for MELOETTA right here, like Weavile, honestly, good option. If you can catch that, if you need, like, honestly, if I knew that the boss was going to be MELOETTA, I would have caught it and switched it with Mamoswine, probably. But yeah, catch yourself that if you don't have a dark type yet. As I said, don't build the same team as I did, because most of the times, like 99% of the times, I do the run on one, try, and I don't know who the final boss is, so yeah. We have a trainer here, which pretty much falls on the category of everything I said already, like, pretty much hit it with your best, like, super effective moves, things will be fine. Ursaluna, really hard one to pass as well, but I already have the normal typing, which is never that useful anyway, and I already have the ground type. I got the TM for Icicle Spear, which is amazing because Mamoswine doesn't learn really any decent physical ice moves other than like Ice Shard. So yeah, that's good. I think it learns like Avalanche as well, but anyway, Icicle Spear on it, it's amazing. I highly recommend, if you roll that, pick it up, put it on your Mamoswine, and at least you'll have like a decent move pool for the final boss. So yeah, things are really easy right here. I'm not even using Pyro Ball, I'm just going for Flame Chargers because all I'm seeing is like Christmas trees, so, and a deer. So I Pyro Ball the deer just because. And yeah, so grab the PP max for the Pyro Ball, which is amazing because 6 PP on this thing, 2 little PP. Anyway, the final gym leader of the run is going to be Candice. And honestly, it was even easier than Grusha because, yeah, at least her Titan survived. This one didn't, so I died to Weavile. Like, as I'm bragging, every time I start to brag, I die immediately. So anyway, but I have a lot of good mounts for this fight, and honestly, reteaching Mystical Fire to Gardevoir might have been the best thing I did this run. Like, honestly, it saved my ass on the final floor, and it comes in handy a lot, so yeah. Anyway, final stretch of the run, the final biome we're going to be going through, it's going to be the forest, which right here I go for Pyro Ball, but I didn't realize it was raining, so my bad. I go for Pyro Ball again, and yeah, not going to be able to use Cinderace that much on the final stretch, so keeping that in mind, I completely ignore everything I just said and headbutt it and immediately regret and switch into Mamoswine to finish it off with an Earthquake so we can proceed going through the forest. And I'll pass on Future Sight just because don't really see a point on that, or rather just Psychic twice. Here's my guy that I don't catch because I just used like in the last run, and I try not to spam a lot of low kicks even though it might not seem like it. And yeah, I really like that mod for the daily runs. It's just amazing. Honestly, if I knew it was going to be MELOETTA, I would have caught it, as I said, like for half the mods that showed up on this run. Anyway, I found it kind of funny that the Gluttony popped and I ate a berry right there just because I never get lucky with Trace. With Trace. And the final trainer battle is not really that tough. Like, the most annoying thing of the whole biome, I'd say, is the rain, just because everything's weak to fire and it's raining. But hey, we can take advantage of that because of, her fire type moves, and then she crunches me, and we can't take advantage of anything in this life. But yeah, just headbutt it to death and things will be okay, kinda, if I can revive my Gardevoir. I luckily I have a little bit of money, so yeah, I should have seen these dark glasses as a omen that I would need it, but yeah, can't predict the future. Thankfully, Fireball is still strong enough to KO Liavani in the rain. But yeah, I managed to revive God of War, which is a huge relief. Now I need to heal it up a little bit. It's hard to pass on mints, like some months can't, they just come with like terrible natures. But I take the opportunity to heal the PP on Fireball, proceed to kill the Vespiquen, not before it takes a little bit of HP, which makes me mad, but we have a Hyper Potion, we use it on Mamoswine, but let me tell you, I would much rather have used this on God of War if I knew what was coming. Just because it did so much work, like, honestly, I got lucky enough to roll another one though, so yeah. Here we are, MELOETTA. I just Mystical Fire because I have no chance of surviving with Chestnut to be able to Leech Seed, and honestly my team can't take this thing on. Like, I have 2 fighting types on my team. Luckily Chestnut survived. I managed to get off the Leech Seed. I Spiky Shield once to get some damage. I go for it twice because I'm slower anyway, so I'm not gonna be able to land a hit. And thankfully I was able to pop it twice, so Chestnut, you did your job, buddy. Go rest. And Mamoswine with Icicle Spear, like, it's amazing. I hit 5 times and MELOETTA goes down. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.